Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking about the movie Back to the Future, and I want to show you some hidden symbolism and some hidden predictive content that I've found, and some of those things no one has really shown before. And of course, Back to the Future is a movie all about time travel. So I'm going to be showing you, of course, a lot of this in the context of time. I'm also going to show you how it's connected to the book of Revelation. And there are some Revelation references in Back to the Future. I'll be showing you the number 955 and one of the origins of 955. The reason we're looking at it is because of the planet Jupiter. Jupiter is the king of the planets, and Jupiter has a 9-hour and 55-minute sidereal rotation period. So I'll be showing you the 955 and Jupiter here as well. And I guess I'm going to assume that you already know the movie Back to the Future and the plot. I'm going to be jumping around, just showing a few key scenes for you guys here. But Back to the Future is set in Hill Valley, and I believe Hill Valley represents frequency on a sine wave. The peaks and valleys on a sine wave, or the hills and valleys on a sine wave, are the reference here to Hill Valley. And of course, one of the components of a sine wave is time. So Marty, our time traveler, could also be considered a sine wave traveler. And the first date that Marty travels back to is November 5th, 1955. So I want to take a look at the planet Jupiter. The location of planet Jupiter, the king of the planets, on November 5th, 1955, and see where it was in the sky. And planet Jupiter was right next to the star Regulus, which is the heart of the lion. And Regulus could be associated with time and the regulation of time. So you have Jupiter right in the heart of the lion. And what makes this interesting is that Marty, in the movie, he lives, of course, between the Lion's Gates. And the celestial Lion's Gate is located between Cancer, on the boundary between the constellation Cancer and Leo. This right here be considered the Lion's Gate. And talk more about Cancer here as well shortly. So Marty resides in the Lion's Gate, just like Jupiter did when he goes back in time. And in 1955, Lion Estates hasn't been built yet, but they have some very interesting wording here, groundbreaking this winter. And I'll be coming back to this. In the movie, they need to get Marty back to 1985, and they need to use the power from a lightning bolt. And a lightning bolt strikes the courthouse, Hill Valley Courthouse, at 10:04 p.m. And this leaves 1 hour and 56 minutes in the day. And the 156th prime number is 911. And of course, a courthouse is a place of judgment. And right after Marty gets set back to 1985, they show you the 911 with the street sign and the flames, flame tire tracks here for a reference to time, our time reference is confirming that after he goes back to the future. And the Revelation reference here is that the flux capacitor requires 1.21 gigawatts for time travel, and in ordinal gematria, just simple gematria, Revelation has a value of 121. So that's why they need 1.21 gigawatts for time travel. We're going to look at Cancer again here. Cancer is represented by the number 69, and Cancer and the 69 is the keystone or the center stone of the Royal Masonic Arch. And what I'm going to show you guys here next, I'm going to talk about Barack Obama. Barack Obama was born on August 4th, 1961, and the day that Marty travels back to is November 5th, 1955. So Obama is born on the 69 months total span after this November 5th, 1955 date. And our 69, of course, is our reference to the keystone, the Masonic keystone. And the reason we're talking about Obama is that the character Goldie Wilson in Back to the Future represents Barack Obama. In the movie, Goldie Wilson wants to become the mayor of Hill Valley, and the reason his name is Goldie Wilson, it's a reference to the golden ratio, and the symbol for the golden ratio is phi. The 21st letter of the Greek alphabet is phi and represents the golden ratio, 1.618. And the connection here to Barack Obama and the sine wave is that Barack Obama signs his last name with the phi symbol, the symbol for the golden ratio. And Barack Obama, of course, Barak in Hebrew means lightning, right? And the whole movie of Back to the Future is about the lightning strike. And this is from Luke 10:18. And he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. Luke 10:18 in the King James Bible. And for some reason, they already have this part of the verse highlighted. I'm going to throw that into the gematria calculator here with the English extended cipher. And I believe the English extended cipher is one of the most relevant ciphers in gematria. So that phrase, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven, has a value of 1618. No coincidence that it matches the golden ratio perfectly. And I think what this is foreshadowing is that, well, what I know that it's foreshadowing is that Barack Obama is going to become the next president after Trump. This is a quote from Goldie Wilson in the movie. I will be mayor, and I'll be the most powerful mayor in the history of Hill Valley. After the events of Revelation, or right around the time of the events of Revelation, Barack Obama will become our president again, or most likely a new position created, like the leader of the United Nations or something like that. But I showed you guys this back last August. I did a video about the 25th Amendment, about the succession of presidency. I believe that that amendment, or something to do with this amendment, is going to be one of the events that begins Revelation. And we're definitely going to get this guy back. And if we look at 2 Thessalonians 2:3, Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. And this pretty much just confirms that Obama is the man of sin, or the man of sign. And if we look at Barack Hussein Obama, and we look at his name reduces down to the 955, which I showed you guys. In ordinal gematria, A equals 1, B equals 2, C equals 3, etc. Barack sums to 36. 3 plus 6 reduces to 9. Hussein, 95. 9 plus 5 is 14. That reduces to 5. And of course, 3 plus 2 reduces to 5. Barack Hussein Obama, 955. And I've showed you this before, our 9/11 and Revelation reference for the 955. On the clock, 9:11 a.m. is 551 minutes. There are 404 total verses in Revelation. 551 plus 404 is 955. The 955th week after 9/11 is the week from Christmas Eve to New Year's Eve 2019. And something else that is interesting is that the United States turns 243 years old on July 4th, 2019. So the United States enters its 244th year on Independence Day in 2019, and 244 minutes on the clock is 4:04 a.m. for the 404 verses of Revelation. And I'm going to go back and show you this article. President Obama, his first fundraiser, his major event after leaving office, the presidential office, was on September 27th, 2017. And I want to show you guys 9/27 on the Hebrew calendar. 9/27/5780 falls on Christmas this year. So if we look at the dates that he began his first Democratic fundraiser after he left office on September 27, 2017, to 9/27 on the Hebrew calendar, which is December 25th. It's a total span of 117 weeks and 1 day. And this is a keystone reference. Psalms 117:1 is the exact center of the Bible. It's the keystone chapter of the Bible. And that connects back to our "69 months" and our 69 at the top of the Masonic Arch. Barack Obama was born exactly 69 months after Marty goes back to November 5th, 1955. I want to take a look at this day as well, this Back to the Future Day that was October 21st, 2015. So if you look at the day that Marty went back to, November 5th, 1955 to 10/21/2015, Back to the Future Day, there are 21,900 days between these dates. And if we go from the Back to the Future Day to 12/31/2019, 12/31/2019 is the last day of the 219th week after Back to the Future Day. So we have kind of a double 219 reference there. Kind of interesting.